Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Further Beyond Gaming. My name is Cody GT, and in today's video is actually going to be a continuation of the last one, where we go through Valkyries that I believe that you should invest in. This is part 2, so if you have not seen part 1, go ahead and check that video out. I go over the Valkyries that I believe you should be investing in. As far as in part 1, based off of the Valkyries that you have on your account and what you have available to you, so you do have to keep that in mind as well. So wanted to quickly preface that one more time before we jump into part 2. You have to remember, if they're on your account, if you have these Valkyries, then I think you should be investing in them. And I split it up into different parts because part 1 was starting to get a bit lengthy. It was already going on like 23 minutes, so I did want to split it up, didn't want to make it too lengthy. But we're going to be continuing with part 2, and these are the Valkyries that I left off of part 1. So with that being said, let's jump straight into it. If you enjoyed the video today, go ahead and drop a like. It's greatly appreciated. It helps out the channel tremendously. And if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, you enjoy the content, go ahead and consider subscribing. Remember, a link to the Discord will be in the comments, or not in the comments, in the description down below. Go ahead and click that link, join the Discord today so you can discuss Honkai with like-minded people. Now, the first Valkyrie I wanted to jump off with, or start the video with, I should say, for part 2 is Serenade. This is one that I left off of on part 1. Serenade, I think, is a fantastic psychic damage dealer, ice elemental Valkyrie for your team. If you do have her, I think she's a great Valkyrie to invest in. She is free to play. You can obtain her from your ancient willpowers that you obtain from Memorial Arena and different areas as well. She's really, really good. You can definitely get her to double S rank. That is a feat that you can obtain. And if you max out her skills, and I believe getting the Nohime set will definitely be beneficial, but you can put other elemental stigs on her. But the Tranquil Aureus is one that I would recommend trying to go for, and if you're able to pre-arm it, that would be really, really good as well. Oh, didn't mean to go there. If you're able to pre-arm it to Tranquil Rhapsody, and Serenade is a Valkyrie that you enjoy using a lot, then this would be a high recommendation for me to invest in. But if you use Serenade, you know, here and there, maybe you want to keep the Tranquil Aureus not pre-armed because you can use it with other Valkyries. It's a little more versatile than the Tranquil Rhapsody. But I still like the Tranquil Rhapsody for Serenade. In particular, it just makes her deal a lot more damage and it's more beneficial to her. But like I mentioned, her being a psychic type and a good damage dealer, she has good invincibility frames where she's able to phase through enemies. And if you have the Tranquil Rhapsody, the weapon skill is fantastic as well. Pulls them in, helps her phase through, and then she could go right into her combo or charge attack. So I think Serenade is a fantastic Valkyrie to invest in if you do have her on your account, which, like I mentioned, you can obtain her free to play. She is awesome. And this outfit, by the way, absolutely spot on. I just had to quickly mention that. All right, now moving on to the next Valkyrie that if you have her on your account, I think she is worth investing into, and that is Memento Sakura. Memento Sakura, the reason why is, one, she is an ice elemental damage dealer. She can output a lot of damage if you have the right things for her, namely her weapon. You need the ice epi in order to get the most benefits out of Memento. You know, ice elemental stigmatas will benefit her. Nohime, the Robert Perry set, as you can see, or what I have on her right now as well, which is the Schrodinger top, is always a good recommendation. But you may be a little more inclined to switch that for something that's a little more consistent, like an ice elemental stigmata set, like the Nohime or the Robert Perry. But if you want to try and get a little more damage output with a little more chance to it, then the Schrodinger top, you know, that's a good one. But the weapon, in my opinion, is the most important thing that you're going to want to have to get for Memento if you are looking to invest in her as a Valkyrie that's going to be really beneficial to you, and that is the Ice Epi. And then once you obtain the Ice Epi, my high recommendation would be to pre-arm it to the Frozen Naraka. The Frozen Naraka for Memento is so extremely important, in my opinion, because it provides her with so much, you know, in terms of attack speed, so much more damage output. Ice elemental damage output gives her, I believe, some ignore, interrupt, and damage reduction as well. This weapon right here in my opinion, is a must for your Memento. If you're going to invest in her, like, I think you should. And then once again, she is not easily obtainable, but she is obtainable through the ancient willpowers once more. And as you can see, I'm trying to double S rank her just because I do use her that often, and I do really enjoy playing with her. She is a fantastic Valkyrie. Once you get that weapon, which once again I think is completely necessary, then you will really start to see the benefits of your Memento. So I think she's great, and I think she's another one that is worth investing into because the return that she provides you is great, especially with the Frozen Naraka. So not Ice Memento, Memento Sakura, another one that I would definitely go ahead and recommend. Now, the next Valkyrie that I did want to go ahead and mention as well, it's funny enough how these are all Ice Elemental Valkyries, is Ice Rita. I think Ice Rita is absolutely fantastic of a Valkyrie. I think a lot of people underestimated her. I said this before, and I think a lot of people overlooked her, and I've said that before as well. But come to find out, she hits hard. She hits really hard once you pop that ultimate. She is a monster, and she has good damage reduction with her ultimate as well, to where she takes near to no damage. Such a fantastic Valkyrie, and I think she is worth investing into. When it comes to her Stigmata set, once again, just a really good Ice Stigmata set, the Rival Parry or the Nohime set, which they're you can obtain those. And you can get, and then I think her weapon is a must as well. I don't think you would want to equip any other scythe except her applicable one onto Ice Rita. So this is one of the things that I would look at trying to obtain for her, and then just put a good Ice Elemental Stigmata set on her, and she's going to perform really well for you. And then if you want to take it a step further, she has a pre-arm as well, the Skady Thermheim, which I think is a great pre-arm. Not one that I would prioritize over others or certain other ones, but one that if you have the other ones already pre-armed, why not go for it, especially if you love using Ice Rita like I do. You'll really see the damage output with this weapon, plus other benefits as well. So definitely a Valkyrie that I would invest in, one that I would take the time to go ahead and put some resources and materials into, because she is really going to benefit you in the long run. Being a biological elemental type Valkyrie, she really shows, and I think she has the damage output to warrant you investing into. So absolutely amazing. I love Ice Rita, so that would be the next one that I would recommend. And then the next one that I did not mention as well is Shadow Knight. Now, Shadow Knight Fuhua is definitely a Valkyrie if you obtain her, which once again you can obtain this one free to play with the Ancient Willpowers as well, is one that I would highly recommend investing into because she is going to pay dividends for you if you put the right resources and materials. One thing I would recommend is getting the Nuada's Grief and then pre-arming that if you are able to. That's going to be an extremely helpful weapon for not only your Shadow Knight, but also your Hawk of the Fog. So you have to keep that in mind. It's very versatile. You can use it on 2 different Valkyries. That's one of the reasons why I maxed it out, because of that versatility. And I love both of those Valkyries, and they are both great, worth investing into. As well as the Lightning Stigmata set. Now you can go with a very generic Stigmata set like the Darwin free to play, or if you have a few of the Monets, that's one that I would recommend putting a few of the Monets on your Shadow Knight. Really gonna help you out a lot, and then maxing out her skills as well. But the weapon, the Nuada's Grief or the Nuada's Revenge, is really where she's gonna shine, especially if you're able to pre-arm it. You can see all the bonuses that you're gonna get from it. The bonus attack speed, damage output, elemental damage output, the damage reduction, the ignore interrupts. It's just fantastic. A little AoE damage as well. It's just a really good weapon to have. So that's what I would recommend doing. Of course, leveling up and seeing if you can, evolve her, double S rank, things of that nature. Really going to be beneficial for you. So Shadow Knight Fuhua, the next one that I did want to go ahead and mention as well. Now the next one that I left off, I was really tempted to go ahead and put her into part 1, but I left her off, and that is Striker Fulminata. Striker Fulminata, one of my most favorite Valkyries to use. I've said this once before. She is absolutely fantastic. A really good augmentation of a Valkyrie. I would go ahead and say that all the augments for the Valkyries are worth investing into because they are so helpful and they are really strong. So Striker Fulminata is, again, another one that is really a good Valkyrie to invest into. Easy to triple S rank, not difficult at all. Stigmata sets are, you know, just put on a good physical damage dealing or burst damage dealing Stigmata set. It's going to really help you out. And then you can also go with the Dawnbreaker Talwar, or in my case, since I don't have that one, the Third Sacred Relic, which you can farm. Really going to help you out. Oh, I can level up her skills. Say what? I didn't even know. Where is that? Oh, I didn't even know. Let me max that out real quick if I can. All right, and got that maxed out. There we go. Moving back over. So, and then a good physical damage dealing Stigmata set, the weapon, and then her skills maxed out, and you're really going to see the benefits of Striker Fulminata as well. Once again, a really good Valkyrie to invest in, and an easy one to invest in as well. Very free-to-play friendly. So if you are free-to-play, that is a Valkyrie that I would recommend investing into and really putting the time into her kit and investing the materials into as well. Now, the last one that I did want to go ahead and go over, that would be Swallowtail Phantasm, Sele. I think she is another one that is worth investing into. If you obtain her weapon, which I think is pretty important, if we go over here, go over to equipment. If you invest in getting the weapon, you could put a good damage dealing Stigmata set like the Dirac, or another one that has good physical damage dealing on her. Her being a quantum type is really beneficial as well. So I think Swallowtail Phantasm can output a lot of damage if you put the necessary resources and material in her as well. Really invest a lot, and she's gonna pay dividends once more for you also, because I think she has a high potential ceiling. She's gonna output what you put into her, for example. So Swallowtail Phantasm, I think one that is slightly overlooked. I don't think she's really that overlooked, but extremely free-to-play friendly. So for my free-to-play players, another one that I would recommend definitely investing into, especially being a quantum type. You always want to invest into your quantum type Valkyrie. So that is my list for part 2. Once again, I did not want to make this one too lengthy as well, because, you know, the videos will kind of start to drag on, and I will start to become pretty repetitive after a while. So I don't want to do that. But I do hope you enjoyed the video today. I do hope you like what you saw. Once again, if you did, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to get out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out.